Considering welcoming the mentally ill at Catholic Mass. Mental health disorders and illness refer to health conditions that affect the way a person would respond to the demands of everyday life. Mental illnesses involve changes in a person's behavior, thinking, or emotions. According to the National Alliance of Mental Health, in 2019, 20.6% of adults in the U.S. suffer from a mental illness, representing 1 in 5 adults. The highest reported conditions included major depressive episodes and anxiety disorders. However, only 43.8% of adults with mental illness sought professional help. Think about it, your neighbor in front of you or behind you may be suffering from an undiagnosed mental illness. And in a recent study by the Barna Group, it was discovered that non-Christians are twice as likely to seek counseling and professional help for mental illness. Within the Christian community, there is a thick stigma against seeking treatment for mental health. Because religion and spirituality often play a vital role in healing, people experiencing mental health concerns will often turn first to a faith leader like a deacon or priest. From a public health perspective, faith community leaders are gatekeepers or first responders when individuals and families face mental health or substance use problems. But as clergy and parishioners, do we promote the stigma of mental health? Or do we follow the teachings of Christianity as said in Romans chapter 12, verse 2? Quote, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." End quote. As Catholics, we are called to welcome all people into our churches with open hearts and minds. The Catholic Mass is a sacred and religious experience for many people. It can be a source of strength, hope, and comfort. However, some people may find it difficult or even impossible to participate in Mass if they are suffering from mental illness. There are a few pros and cons to welcoming mentally ill individuals into the Catholic Mass. On the one hand, it could be argued that everyone should be welcome at Mass, regardless of their mental state. Mass is open to all, and no one should be excluded. Additionally, mentally ill individuals may find comfort and solace in the religious experience. On the other hand, some individuals may feel that mentally ill persons should not participate in Mass. Mass is a serious and sacred experience, and some people may feel that those who are not mentally stable should not be part of it. Additionally, some people may feel uncomfortable or even threatened by the presence of someone who is mentally ill. Some argue that it is a dignified way to show love and compassion to those who are struggling, while others argue that it can be disruptive and cause undue stress for both the mentally ill individual and others in the congregation. The act of attending Mass has been shown to have a number of benefits for mental health for those being treated for their mental illness as well as those without a diagnosis. In fact, studies have shown that regular church attendance can lead to a decrease in anxiety and depression. Additionally, attending Mass can also help to improve one's sense of social connectedness and overall life satisfaction. The act of attending Mass can also be a form of self-care, as it allows individuals to take time for reflection and prayer. Whatever the reason, it is clear that attending Mass can have a positive impact on mental health. There are a variety of reasons why people may choose to attend religious services. Some people may feel a sense of community and belonging when they attend. And for some, attending religious services is a way to connect with a higher, divine power, or to find peace and solace. For others, it may be a way to connect with like-minded people or to feel a sense of community. And for some, it may simply be a habit or tradition. Whatever the reason, attendance at religious services is a personal decision that should be respected. For those parishes who want to move forward in inviting the mentally ill to Mass, this is best approached as a separate ministry all its own and should include pastors, office staff, and parishioners. Once your core group has been formed, the next step is training. Mental health first aid training is an effective way to learn how to support someone experiencing a mental health problem or crisis. The course provides participants with the skills and knowledge to recognize the early signs and symptoms of mental health problems, provide initial help, and connect individuals to professional care if necessary. To find a mental health first aid course near you, start by making inquiries at your local mental health community center or the American Red Cross. These courses can help to destigmatize mental illness and provide helpful information to those who may not know how to deal with mental health issues. By taking a mental health first aid course, you can help to spread success and make a difference in the lives of others. Once your team is trained, start inviting the people you are meant to serve. I also would suggest some quarterly training updates for your team to keep people fresh, interested, and well-trained. Contact your local mental health community center, local inpatient psychiatric hospital and/or local therapists for possible presenters and topics. And remember, as new members join your ministry team, get them trained as soon as possible. And if an incident with a mentally ill parishioner should occur during Mass, after that Mass the team should meet privately for a few minutes to debrief what happened. To include what worked, what didn't, and what areas more education would be helpful should this situation arise again. Education is key to success when it comes to mental health. And mental health first aid courses combined with follow-up trainings are a great way to learn more about how to support someone, and their family, with mental illness. Ultimately, the decision whether or not to welcome the mentally ill into the Catholic Mass is up to the individual parish and their community. Just remember, if you do, success is all about training and support. And on a final note, let me end with this quote from author Brittany Moses. When God has already defined you as His, and purposed by Him, no mental illness can change that. Amen. And good luck.